With this mock-up, let's take a look at the transition area between the floor system and the wall system. Right in this area, we have a few different transition areas that are potential air leaks. We have the sill to the rim area. We have a nice seam along there. The rim to the subfloor, there's a potential air leak here. And when we stand the wall up, we have another seam between the subfloor and the bottom plate. Now we can easily take care of all these transition areas with a few well-placed beads of sealant. Before I sheathe the walls, I run a bead of sealant along the outside edge of the bottom plate. Take care to ensure the sealant has complete coverage so there are no gaps. Next, the wall sheathing is placed and fastened. You can see that if any air gets behind the sheathing, it will be prevented from getting into the wall cavity by the bead of sealant on the outside of the bottom plate. Just after the walls are built, but before I lift them, I run a bead of sealant on the floor where the bottom plate will be, and another along the outside of the mud sill. Once the wall is lifted, all of those transition areas are sealed. Notice I use a sealant instead of glue. In areas where I don't need the adhesive strength of glue, I prefer to use a good quality exterior grade window and door sealant. It tends to be more elastic than glue, which will make for a longer lasting air barrier. But if you're on a fast moving framing job and only have glue on hand, then use the glue. If you build your walls differently, then just adjust the sequence of the sealant application to match your method, just as long as it ends up in the same areas. Once the wall is lifted, all of those transition areas are air sealed. Now that the walls are up, we need to focus on the placement of the air barrier for the walls. You can air seal the wall from the inside or the outside. Either way will work well. But practically speaking, I always seal the walls from the outside. First, because it prevents the infiltration of outside air into the wall cavity, which, during the hot, humid weather, will also carry water vapor along with it, causing potential condensation and mold problems inside the wall.